In this match, she would retain the title after making Rosemary tap out to an armbar, and then she wouldn't let go of the armbar. The bell is ringing, and she still hasn't let go of the armbar, and eventually she does let go, but we all know what we just watched. We just witnessed Sexy Star lock in a real-life armbar on Rosemary and refuse to let go. That clip you just heard was me talking about the infamous Sexy Star / Rosemary incident. An incident I've spoken about a few times on this channel, and a moment that really did set the wrestling world ablaze. And while, like I said, I've discussed this incident numerous times on the channel, one thing I've never discussed is what actually happened to Sexy Star. What happened to her after the incident? Was she really shunned from wrestling locker rooms? It's me, Greg, or Top 10 Wrestling here, and today we're going to be investigating the disappearance of Sexy Star. Like and subscribe, I'll give you to the count of 3 to do that. And let's begin the video. Following the Sexy Star / Rosemary incident, wrestling Twitter was set alight as every wrestler under the sun came together to crap on Sexy Star. Cody Rhodes famously tweeted that he would never share a locker room with Sexy Star, and this was during the time where Cody was pretty much working for every company ever, and the general consensus was that Sexy Star had essentially been blacklisted from wrestling following the incident with Rosemary, and sure enough, many shows that Sexy Star was booked for would begin releasing statements on the incident and cancelling her bookings. But whilst I've read responses from other members of the wrestling business, one thing I've not done is I've not actually read the responses from Rosemary and Sexy Star themselves, the two people involved in the center of this incident. Rosemary's home promotion at the time, GFW, released a statement essentially saying that AAA and Sexy Star had both apologized to Rosemary and that the necessary actions were being taken. Rosemary, though, would then release her own statement, reading the following: "Let me make this perfectly clear. If you take liberties with somebody's body when they are giving it to you and trusting you to keep them safe, you are not tough. You're an asshole, and you don't belong in this business." Sexy Star decided to do just that this weekend at WrestleMania, and while I've remained quiet on social media until I was more calm to address this situation, I've been informed that she is telling people it is a work. You are all now being informed Sexy Star is a liar. She was a liar in a locker room when she was forced to apologize and instead cooked up some BS excuse that she didn't know, and she is a liar now. You know, if you are talking on someone's arm, you know an armbar is real and a dangerous hold. The only reason your face is not broken right now is because a little voice in my head as I lay on the apron repeating, "Don't go to Mexican prison, thanks demon." However, turning to positives, the outreach from the wrestling community has been incredible. I'm overwhelmed with how much love I feel right now from friends. And yeah, you get it, just kind of thanking everyone. But she did also go on to say that a load of excuses came out of Sexy Star in her apology. So, apology did happen, but it didn't seem like she was very remorseful from what this statement reads. And I'm about to read out Sexy Star's statement now, and this is the first time I'd ever read this, and reading it out astonished me, because what you're about to read here, the sentiment of her not being at all remorseful is going to be completely reinforced listening to this. She released a really long statement on the September 4th, 2017. I'm not going to read it all, but here's a quick summary. She says she only met Rosemary for the first time minutes before the match. She claims Rosemary knew and gave the okay to everything about, what they had planned for the match. And here's what she said about the armbar moment. The match came to its conclusion, and when I tapped out Rosemary with the submission that was agreed and selected upon, which is also one of the least dangerous submission moves in the danger range that I have applied and have been applied to repeatedly, at least that's how it's always been, essentially just kind of downplaying the armbar. She also claims she was surprised to come backstage and find out Rosemary is injured as she walked backstage without medical assistance, and she says a whole lot pretty much just questioning whether or not Rosemary was actually injured, saying she saw no injury, no radiography, no x-rays, and that nobody was sat with her backstage, which is protocol for when someone's injured or something. And yes, she does insist that the armbar she put on Rosemary was not a shoot one. So yes, this response obviously did not go down very well, and it just didn't help her case whatsoever. Sexy Star was still effectively blacklisted. Or was she? Because let's investigate that. I've never actually looked into what happened to her wrestling career. To cage match we go. Made it onto the Internet Wrestling database. We are on Cage Match. And the first thing I've noticed is that Sexy Star has had a match in 2023. That is astounding. So she had a match in 2023, but then her last match before that was in 2021. So it doesn't seem like she's actually wrestling full time. Wow, she has appeared in America a couple times. Los Angeles and Anaheim for a Lucha Libre show. But she mainly wrestles in Mexico. She did do a match with Roxy in Texas, Roxanne Perez, NXT Women's Champion in 2021. That is insane. But she's had televised stuff for Chaos, which is, I'm guessing, a Lucha Libre company. If we scroll down, when was the Rosemary Incident? So the Rosemary Incident was here. So she did some stuff in America after still. Wow, even after everyone went after her. I mean, for ACW, did she do anywhere else? Seems like just ACW, yeah. Austin, Texas. I mean, she did the stuff with Roxanne Perez as well, but like, she's not actually been blacklisted. She's had, let's see, 53. She has had 52 matches since the Rosemary Incident. That is insane. What? I have actually managed to find a match. This took place in 2019. This is for Chaos Lucha Libre. It's Christy Janes and Sexy Dulce. I believe she's the blonde one. I have noticed she isn't wearing a mask, so that is very interesting to see. Being completely unmasked. You might have also noticed that her name is Sexy Dulce, not Sexy Star, like it used to be. And that is because Sexy Star is back in AAA. And that is because the Sexy Star character is now being played by someone else. So, for the original Sexy Star and the now Sexy Dulce, it is so over. Like, they are never coming back to AAA at that point. Since the Rosemary Incident though, Sexy Star has taken refuge in a different sport. In fact, two different sports, boxing and MMA. In fact, prior to the Rosemary Incident, she was already 2-0 in boxing, having 2 unanimous decision wins. And since then, she's had 3 more boxing fights, all of which she's won. 1 by majority decision, 1 by TKO, and 1 by unanimous decision. She's also had 3 MMA fights in which she is 2-1, her most recent taking place in Miami, Florida, in April of 2021, which was her first loss, where she was defeated in round 2 by TKO. So according to that Cage Match, Sexy Star has had 1 match this year. Whether she's had more that I don't know about, who knows. And it also seems as though there's a big gap between her match this year and her match before that. So whether she's going to be a full-time wrestler ever again, or if she even is a full-time wrestler at this point, is completely unknown to me. But I think one thing's for certain is that we'll never see her in any sort of mainstream capacity, and we'll at least never see her in America ever again for wrestling. Again, I can't believe how badly she fumbled it. She was so good in Lucha Underground. So good. Like and subscribe so I don't fumble it like Sexy Star did.